Matt, welcome to Spark. Thanks for joining us. Keen to firstly hear who's in your family.
So I've got a family of 5. There's Belinda, my wife. She is a stay-at-home mum and does a great job looking after the family. And then I've got Benjamin, who's in year 9, Eleanor, who's in year 7, and Annabelle, who's in year 5.
Deuteronomy 11 verse 18 to 21 says, "You shall therefore lay up these words of mine in your heart. You shall teach them to your children, talking of them when you're sitting in your house, when you're walking by the way, and when you lie down and when you rise." So Matt, how have you tried to teach your kids in what you say or how you live to know and love God?
Yeah, I guess one of the key things that both Belinda and I have kept in mind as we've raised our kids to come to know God is grace. The whole Christian life begins and ends with grace. And so I want to be talking to my kids and talking and thinking with them about what it means for God to be gracious. Doing that in just casual conversations, as well as sort of sit down and read a bit of the Bible and talk about how God's graciousness flows through. I guess one of the things that I've really tried to keep in mind as a dad is that I am in need of grace myself. So there are times when I sin against God and against my family or individuals within my family. And so just like I ask for God's forgiveness, I also want to seek their forgiveness and show them that the response to who God is and his grace to us in Christ is to be the kind of person who repents from their sins. So I recognize what my sin is, and I don't necessarily try to shrink away from it, but instead turn to the throne of grace and find forgiveness because of the cross of Christ. So I think grace is key. I also try to think about how to raise my kids as people who know and love the Lord in the terms of just being natural. My kids are cluey like all kids, and they will spot hypocrisy and double standard a mile away. So I try not to think that there's the holy Matthew who reads the Bible at dinner time, and then there's the he does whatever he wants non-Christian Matthew or dad through other parts of my life. I just try to be consistent.
That's really helpful. So yeah, remembering to be consistent, remembering grace, remembering their kids, having the long-term perspective, and trying to have fun. There's a lot of great wisdom in all of that, and it sounds like a lot of what is happening is not only what is taught intentionally, but what is caught along the way, and I can only imagine the benefit of that over a lifetime.
How do you try to make the most of those first 5 or 6 years where just everything you say is gospel to your kids?
Really what you've been saying, I kind of want to, what you said earlier, I want to echo in that my particular focus is on acknowledging that I'm a sinner and that I need to apologize, and apologize not just to like Pip, but to both of them as well. So it's not like I'm the one in authority, therefore I'm always right. I actually will say, I'm really sorry, Lydia, that was my fault. I shouldn't have done that. And I said, do you forgive me? And so I give her an opportunity to kind of model that side of reconciliation. And she said, yes, I forgive you. Thanks for your time, Matt.
Yeah, that's all right. You're welcome. My pleasure.
Hope to see you next time.
All righty. See you later.